I would definitely have to say that one of the most beloved characters in the Star Wars franchise has got to be Luke Skywalker. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. And that's where Episode 9 comes into play. Now, we do know that Mark Hamill is returning for the role of Luke Skywalker in some way, shape, or form. Either that's in the form of a Force ghost, or a flashback, or even a mixture of both. Now, we do know that J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, they both worked on the script. JJ is directing this movie, and every single month that passes by, we get closer to the very end of filming. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. Now, what's really interesting is that apparently Disney and Lucasfilm are actually trying to cast a young actor in his 30s to actually recast the character of Luke Skywalker for a scene in Star Wars Episode 9. And this is really raising a lot of questions as to why would they recast the character of Luke Skywalker? You got me. I honestly believe that J.J. Abrams is trying to do something very similar to what he was going to do in Star Wars The Force Awakens, where he actually recast Luke Skywalker for a sequence in which Rey actually witnesses a battle between Darth Vader and Luke on, of course, Cloud City in the corridors. That was supposed to be in the original Force Back Vision sequence, and the original actor for that was, of course, Robert Bolter. I don't know if you guys know him, look him up. Huge, story a couple of weeks ago, a leaked image came out and about, and perhaps, maybe that's exactly why, J.J. Abrams is trying to take that original concept and put it into Star Wars Episode 9. Now, there's no word about Robert Bolter having a part in this movie, and after all, he's not in his 30s, at least to my knowledge. I think he's older than that. So with that being said, could this very well be a flashback scene for the character of Luke Skywalker in Episode 9, where they need a young actor in his 30s to recast the character of Luke? I would most definitely have to say yes, that this is most definitely in the form of a flashback, and it could very well match up with the leak that we heard about a couple of months ago about Luke Skywalker actually engaging in a lightsaber duel, and the other one of Luke Skywalker taking down a Star Destroyer on the planet Jakku. It could be one of those, because for an actor like that, you need a slimmer figure for a younger Luke. Now, yes, they could do this with Mark Hamill if they really wanted to. We have heard that they will be applying de-aging technology to Mark Hamill for some scenes in this movie that could very well point to Mark actually portraying a younger Luke Skywalker. But what if Disney and Lucasfilm are really trying to aim for a scene for the character of Luke where he is really, really young, where he looks near similar to how he was in, of course, Star Wars Return of the Jedi? They could be doing something like that, where we actually get to learn a whole lot more about the character in, let's say, for example, a 20-second scene. So, we do know that J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, they're going to be bringing a big revelation for the character of Luke and the Skywalker bloodline itself. So, could this actually be a part of that? Now, as far as this scene goes, and by the way, it's just one scene, don't get worried, they're not recasting Luke Skywalker for the whole movie. This is just for a scene, apparently, that most likely is in the form of a flashback or just a piece of a flashback within a whole entire vision for either Rey or Kylo Ren. And honestly, I like J.J. Abrams' enthusiasm here. It seems like he's really trying to dive more into the character of Luke Skywalker and kind of do some amazing things here. We've seen what he wanted to do with The Force Awakens, things that never made the final cut of the movie. Like I say, he wanted Anakin Skywalker in the film, as well as Yoda. Those two characters did not make the cut, as well as a young Luke fighting against Vader in, of course, Rey's Force Back Vision. That too did not make the final cut of the movie. So we could be getting all of these amazing sequences that we have been asking for so long now in Star Wars Episode 9. Now, what do you guys think here? Recasting the character of Luke, getting an actor in his 30s to play the character of Skywalker in a scene. Now, guys, it's worth noting that this could just be a rear shot, where we don't see the actor's face, where it's a guy playing Luke Skywalker from a rear shot, we just see the backside of him, and we only get a little view of him for a couple of seconds here and there. It could be something like that, or they really could be going all out where they get a younger actor and CGI his face over, kind of like how they did with, what they did within Rogue One: A Star Wars Story with the character of Leia. I don't know if you guys knew this, but that was not Carrie Fisher that they de-aged. It was just a regular actress that they applied some CGI over her face. She wore a wig, yes, but they actually CGI'd her face to look more like Carrie Fisher. So they could absolutely be doing the same exact thing here in episode 9, which honestly really is raising my interest for this movie. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon we hear them moans again.